itching ears. For you will at that time begin to select for yourself teachers. We got priests who standing in the position who we have elected and selected, but they are telling us what we want to hear. They're telling us what we like to hear. They're telling us what's all right. But God is telling us, I don't want to hear that foolishness. Just because you selected them don't mean I have called them or chosen them. I'm calling folks who are righteous before me, folks who I myself have chosen, folks who I have assigned and summoned for a position. See, just because you got priests and just because you got a preacher don't mean God hearing you. God said here, I will only accept those who are Levitical. That means they cut covenant. Because see, the Levites were those who at the mountain put their hand on their sword, heard the call of God, and God said, everybody who on that side, kill them. Yeah. They didn't hesitate. They just went ahead. Mama's over there. Daddy's over there. Brother's over there. Oh, those are sacrificial folks. I just want to let you know. So you got to understand that God chooses folks who are sacrificial. Folks who will make sacrifices even of themselves for your benefit. Because they recognize what God is saying. The second one has to be you of Zadokite. Righteous. What are you talking about? This is the high priest. This is the high priest who at the time was faithful to David. Not only was faithful to David, but carried the Ark of the Covenant. And so this individual is the one who ordained Solomon. So they keep Davidic covenant. Not only do they keep Davidic covenant, but they're able to move into the Holy of Holies and grab hold to the very presence of God. So you ought to be celebrating, because every priest can't get that. Some priests got to stay at the door. All they're supposed to do is guard the door. That's all they're supposed to do. That's the reason why you got some of them up in the pulpit trying to sing, dance, shout, holler, do everything. And when their butts need to be on the door, they ought to be thankful to just be in the house rather than trying to be... See, just because you're a priest don't mean that you're supposed to be leading anybody. We got some preachers. Y'all ain't got them here in South Carolina, but in Atlanta, we got some of them. I wouldn't follow them to the front pew, let alone follow them into the kingdom. I just would not do it, because I know they don't hear from the Lord. You say, how you know? Because of the way they live, because of what they say, because of the way they are. I would not follow them. They couldn't tell me it's raining outside. They couldn't tell me it's a stop sign at the corner, because I know that your life reflects your relationship with God. See, if you ain't never, when you pastor, there are going to be times. See, I started the ministry. And there were times that I took my house note and paid the church note. There were times that I took money that I did not have just to go and make sure things. See, if you don't have that sacrificial mindset, if you don't understand that God will provide if you take care of God's sheep, if you don't have that one, you can't lead anybody. The Levitical Zadokite priests are those who have made sacrifice unto God, and God says, because of what you're doing, I want you to be the ones who bring my people back in alignment with my will and my way. Interesting. That's interesting. But what else does he say? You're supposed to keep charge of my sanctuary. In the Hebrew, the word charge has to do with protection. See, sometimes you get mad at your pastor because he don't let certain things go, but the other churches down the street, they do. But see, when you're a Zadokite, you recognize that there are some things that they are doing which is contradictory to the will of God. It might look good and it might sound good, but there are some things that I gotta say, that is not the God that we serve. So if you want what they got, you need to go down where they are. But up in this house, we're gonna have some things that are holy unto the Lord. I'm supposed to protect the holiness of God's house. And sometimes when I do that, you ain't gonna like me. See, we got some preachers that they want to be liked. And sometimes you got to stand up and say, that cannot come in this house. But this is the house of God. El Shaddai of the mountain. No, no. You might be talking about Baal and Melbosha, but up in this house, we serve the God of Israel. We serve the God that has carried us through Egyptian bondage. We serve a God who is, no. If you want that, you got to. See, the essence of it is that not only am I supposed to guide you, but I got to protect. Yeah.